and there was always a closure done, but it was that writing, it was the getting it out, it was the discovering, gee, this is a problem, this is not funny, something is wrong, this has had an impact on me. But we did have a lot of fun, we ate a lot of chocolate. Because you know, chocolate makes you feel good.
There was a comment tomorrow, and then
So these stories are really, really intensely personal. Do you have any reservations telling them? And if so, is there any thought, or is there a moment that really convinced you to come out and tell these stories?
Didn't hear the question.
he asked, because these stories are so intensely personal, did you have any reservations about telling them in a public forum?
I want to say something. In the beginning, years ago, around that first one or whatever, I didn't want to be judged or that sort of thing. But then when coming here with you all, the students here, we have a special bond with the students at Northwestern University. And the only way people can get to help or to understand is that somebody has to tell the truth, tell it like it was, you know. And so, and in order for us to help others, because there are a lot coming, there are many others coming behind us. If we don't tell it, we can't pay it forward. We can't help someone. We won't know what to do for them. People won't know what to do for us. So it's real important to, for you to understand, and for me to understand, and so that the person behind me will have a chance to get an understanding and get it back to. That's real important. I haven't learned anything else through this process. I've really learned that a vital part of life is giving back, is paying it forward. You've got to give something of you, not nothing that's synthetic, but something of you to help someone, to really truly help someone.
You know, this class, and Lisa keeps looking at me because my mom and I actually started this class together. I'm not teaching it anymore, but and Lisa was actually in the classes that my mom and I taught. And Lisa and I have a special relationship because there's a mentor program at Grace House, and we're friends through that program. But this writing program is part of a program at Grace House that people volunteer to be at Grace House, or nobody is forced to be there. But once you're there, you don't volunteer for what you want to do. You do everything they tell you to do. And that includes the writing program. And many people, I don't know about the rest of you because I don't know any of you well besides Lisa, but a lot of people don't want to be in the writing program when it starts out. And in fact, in the first program that my mom ever taught, which had about 7 or 8 people in it, one of the women, put her name tag on her head at the first thing to make it very clear that she did not want to be there. But telling their stories, one of the things that's key to know about the writing program is that equally important to writing is sharing the stories out loud. And I don't know if you still do this, but we used to have the women stand up because women are oftentimes taught that they should not take up space. And we're really trying to build self-confidence and self-esteem and teach the women that they actually have a voice and have something to say. And also that their background is not all bad. That there are a lot you can learn from the bad, but you also have to look to your background for what gave you strength. And a lot of those are positive things. So the fried chicken stories, there's a lot of stories that are memories, right, that aren't all bad.
Oh.
Right, and so, but it's part of a larger program, would you say, Sister Teresa, that's about helping women find their voice. And it's equally about becoming part of a trusting community and learning that you have to open up and let other people help you, and you have to help other people. And the writing program is just one piece of that. I was thinking, Sandra, you told such a beautiful, really short story at the meeting, the fundraising meeting the other night about what you were like when you got to Grace House a year ago, and what happened. I was wondering, that's kind of representative, I think, of what I'm talking about. I was wondering if you wanted to share that.
Well, actually, it was, here's the question that, the first question that was posed about dressing up the outside and barely scratching the inside, never really getting down to the causes and conditions of why I was getting high in the first place. I thought that drugs and alcohol was my problem, but I found out after running in and out of treatment centers and recovery houses for the last 20 years of my life, I found out that the problem was me, and it lied right inside of me, and I didn't have no understanding of that. But when I got to Grace House, after going to all these other different places and, hearing these people say all these things, these bad things about me, and I found out that those bad things were really bad things. And I was this person. And I had became somebody that I just didn't want to be. And when I got to Grace House, those ladies that was there when I got there, I thank God for those sisters. I love them today. Because those ladies gave me a rude awakening. The person that I thought I wasn't her at all. I really thought I had it going on. Really, I really did. I thought they was jealous of me. I thought they was hating on me. This is what my thinking was saying to me. Because I heard about that imagination. That imagination is something else. Reality does not live there. I was in the imaginary world, all by myself. And everybody knew that I was jacked up but me. And that's bad. That's bad. So, but it happened for me in the writing class. And I was working, I had just came in from work, and they was just getting ready to read my story. And I had walked in. And I thank God that I walked in, because had I not walked in that day and read that story, I wouldn't have had the therapist that I have today. And so when I read it, I couldn't even read it. The topic was about fear. It was about fear, and I had the topic of fear crippled me, but faith freed me. And when I was reading the part about the fears, oh my God, I couldn't even read it. It was so much pain. It was so much hurt inside of me, and I could barely read it. And after finally got through reading it, and then Pastor Bernie came over there to me, and she said, I'm going to introduce you to somebody, and it was my therapist that's retired. But she's seasoned in her profession. I had a therapist, but she was a student. Pastor Bernie said, no, baby, that ain't going to even work for you. Because she was a real bad therapist. And I thank God for my therapist. And I didn't know she was going to be here today. But I thank God for her. This is her work. Because the first thing she did was gave me an assignment. And this assignment I had to go and ask my family members, all my family members, to tell me something about myself. And when they got through, I was like, oh my God. And I felt so bad. I felt so little. And I was like, they began to realize that these people was right. Everywhere I went, every job, every relationship, everywhere I went, the people was telling me the same thing. And I didn't get it. Because I was too full of pride, arrogance. I was messed up. Because of the pain from the molestation, the pain, the low self-esteem, the insecurities, the inferiority, I had this inadequacy, everything, And so I had to put pride on top of that. I had to put pride on top of that depression. I had to put arrogance on top. I had to be aggressive. It was my defense mechanism. And today I can sit here and I can get free because I've been transformed. I'm not that person today. And my story is not for me. It's for somebody else. It's another little girl out there somewhere being molested. And I need to get free for her. Because she needs to hear how I got out. And how I made it through. And how I cried at night. And how I went to my higher power. And how I made it over. My story is not for me. I have to tell it. And I have to tell it just like it is. I can't sugarcoat it. I can't put no bow on it. I got to be real with it. This is what happened. But this is what's happening today. I thank God for Grace House. Grace House is an awesome, awesome place for broken women. Broken, hurting women. I'm talking about, I have witnessed women that came through Grace House, and I mean the success stories. And now I'm one of them. I'm one of them. I'm about to get into I'm going to move into Harvest Commons. It's a next step in your own place. You get your own apartment. So I guess I must have did some kind of work God is blessing my own place. You know what I'm saying? Because he don't move you forward in an unrighteous position. Now you need some more groundwork, you ain't ready. So I'm just real grateful. Grace House is awesome. It's an awesome place for women just like me, just like us.
Do you think that answered your question?
So I think that might be a good stopping point for the talkback section. But we have I feel like it's a nice way to end the evening is to sort of break bread together. So if I could get the fabulous volunteers from Penny's class and we could bring out the snack tables. So you're welcome to continue talking and meet the fabulous ensemble and enjoy some snacks. And